there are Bitcoiners that think that Bitcoin is the only thing, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can really discount the fact that there will be companies and companies will try to raise capital, right? Capital markets are still going to be with us even in a hyper Bitcoinized world because we'll still have people building companies and doing things that require investments. So the way I see it is that Liquid just is a financial layer anchored to Bitcoin. So you can't really create stocks on Bitcoin. You could try, but it's not going to work. Just for the same reason, something like Ordinals is doomed to fail because you're still relying on this settlement network, which is not fast, right?
Yeah.
It is going to be very expensive. So there's no way that you could ever build a global stock market using Sats and paying fees to anchor those. One of the companies I work with is called Stoker, and they originally were building on Ethereum, and they quickly realized that this was a dead end because they had to make changes to their registry of investors, and they wanted to also, much like James was talking about, give access to more people to invest in these things. So they want a low investment amount, like $100, but then they were paying $100 in fees to update their whitelist on Ethereum. So they quickly gave that up and they started pushing more for Liquid. But it's just an example, like you'd have that same problem just doing it on the base layer of Bitcoin. So you need another layer on top of Bitcoin that can facilitate that.
Bitcoin is a commodity with regulatory certainty, and everything else is a security. And so, if you think about that, the networks themselves, it's possible. This sounds sensational, but it's very possible that regulators themselves, and even at some point nation states, because these networks are now very powerful, could deem these layer ones to be sanctioned economies. And regardless, with the money of the sanctioned economy or that economy being a security, how can you transact that as money? It's just not possible. So I think that both threat sanctioned networks and the money being a security, it really helped us to realize that Liquid was, again, almost the only option for us.